motherfucking Andy.
Just hanging around
with some local motherfuckers in the dazzled. And if you're in a local band and you're passing through town, stop by after this.
when the creepies come out.
You're at the dazzled band
With those creepy motherfuckers.
You're at the dazzled band
With those creepy motherfuckers.
You're at the dazzled band
With those creepy motherfuckers.
You're at the dazzled band
With those creepy
Movie star.
Welcome again to Unsigned518's Halloween episode. What's up, BJ?
Hey, what's going on?
It is, it's Andy and BJ. It's finally here. Fucking Halloween is tomorrow. And, I mean, you know, all season, it builds up, and then tomorrow hits, and then comes November 1st, and then nobody seems to want to talk spooky anymore. And I'm hoping that by having this a very long episode that we have ahead of us, it will extend the Halloween season, because people might be like, oh, fuck, they're doing like a 2+ hour part 2 of the 90+ minute part 1. And they're like, I can't listen to it all in one sitting. So maybe they'll, listen to it over the course of a couple days. And maybe we'll get into like November 5th, 6th.
Maybe.
By
That'd
the
be nice.
time
It's really
done.
weird, too, because you don't have, it's not like a season for Thanksgiving. You don't have a bunch of Thanksgiving movies with classic actors. You don't have, all this other stuff. It's just like, they just go, they kind of skip over Thanksgiving and they go right to, Christmas movies.
Although,
and you're like,
and even some of, the Thanksgiving stuff gets rolled into Christmas. Like Jingle Bells, for instance, not a fucking Christmas song. It's a Thanksgiving song. Jingle bells, jingle all the way, Oh, fun. There's no mention of Christmas at all. They're just dashing through the snow. They're going over the, to whatever, grandma's house. Isn't that where they're going?
Something like
I think.
that. They're going
But yeah, not a Christmas song, but they made it a Christmas song. Is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, is that a...
I think that's a Christmas movie.
Is it Christmas?
I think so.
For some reason, I was thinking it could be going home for
But that just kind of reinforces the idea. Like, Thanksgiving can't even hold on to a Thanksgiving song.
Right.
So why not just extend Halloween? Like, why does it just end on the 31st and people just put on slacks again and button downs? Like,
we should rally for that. It should roll a little. Halloween should top off with Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We should celebrate all through most of November. And then after that, we'll concede and we'll be like, all right, it's Christmas
You get
season.
days of
You're
Christmas,
good.
you get days of Hanukkah. There should be days of Halloween instead of just, Halloween. You have 12 days of Halloween.
The 12 days. Well, it'd be like, I would need 42 days of Halloween.
Well, you would.
Before I'd be satisfied. But anyway, we're here. We got to kind of keep it short because we have so much content to get to. And basically, just like episode 1, we've gathered this content over the past couple weeks or so, and now me and BJ are just going to kind of talk and bullshit in between the segments that are already recorded. We're going to play some Halloween music and whatnot. So I think we'll get right into it. This first segment is DJ Fearless of No One You Know Presents, and he's been a big supporter of the show. He's come on the show. When I was hosting Unsigned518, he came on a lot. I should probably hook you up with him so he can check in with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the Weekend Spotlight, because he's great, not only with his support of local music, but just really integrated into the community, really gets things organized, get things happening, and just a really cool dude. So there's a show happening tomorrow night that No One You Know Presents is putting on, and to tell you all about it and more, we're gonna go to an interview that I did with DJ Fearless, and I guess we'll shoot it over to myself. So over to you, Andy. All right, and we are back. We have with us DJ Fearless of No One You Know presents. How's it going?
Hey man, what's up? It's good. I'm living the life. It's Halloween time. So.
Yeah, my it's the time of the year like when I truly come alive. Like I go to fucking I slumber in the summer. You know, I'm like not a heat kid, and like this is like my time, and I'm like yeah. So we want to talk about speaking obviously Halloween. Halloween parties and Halloween events, and you guys obviously put on fucking killer events all year long, but I'm sure you have something planned for Halloween.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm like I said, that's my favorite holiday of all time. So on October 31st, we're actually doing a huge Halloween event at Lost and Found with American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and it's pretty unique. It's not just a party. Yeah, we have I'm DJing and we have dancers from Night Moves actually, but the big thing is that we're doing an immersive experience. Like we're taking over Lost and Found's backyard, making it 3 different sections. We got a graveyard, we have a dollhouse, we have a fun house, and you have to walk through that experience in order to get to the bar. So it's going to be pretty unique.
And is it like when you say experience, is it like set up like haunted house style, like something that you specifically walk through this thing and there's scares and jump scares, or is it just kind of atmospheric?
Yeah, a little more, mainly atmospheric, but with a little bit of jump scares. We're not going to give it all away, but there is like some things that may jump out and scare you. And it's small. It's like photo ops and things like that. But there's definitely things you're going to have to walk by that'll probably be a little unsettling for some people in a good way,
Right. And I love that with the multiple theme. It's like, how the nightclubs will do the multiple floors with multiple themes. Like the haunted houses with the different themes will be good. Because, I mean, the dollhouse is just for some reason seems more unsettling than graveyard. Like when you said graveyard, I was like, yep, graveyard. Then you're like dollhouse. I'm like, oh, it's fucking creepy.
Yeah, and then the fun house is clowns. So we hit all the unsettling situations.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like clowns. I actually, we were talking like, I had Agony on the podcast, and
yeah.
And man, that was fun. He, just to have him over, and it was in person. It wasn't even over the phone. Like, he was. Like,
oh boy.
Yeah, and I like kind of, was like, oh man, my dog is gonna lose his fucking mind, because
did he?
He did, and it was funny because like at first, like my dog was like. Hey, it was just another person coming in and was like, hey, smelling him cool. And then he like looked up and caught like a fucking glance of his face. And he had like just this moment of, wait, what? And then he was like, bark, 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 But, like,
oh my God.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, you got to get out of here, bud. Yeah.
I saw the teaser with the Ring camera at your house, right?
Yeah,
he was at your door. That's creepy.
He did a couple other teasers too that I'm gonna use. That was, I'm
cool.
like, it's not every day that you get Agony the Clown over at your house. I'm like, would you be so kind as to do a couple of promos with me? Like,
oh, that's genius, man.
Yeah, it was so cool. But yeah, I love the clowns, and I love how unsettling clowns are to other people. I think, you know what I mean? Because like realistically, it's no different than any other mask, any other covering of the face or whatever. But it does have that effect on a lot of people that like cannot deal with the clowns, and that's funny to me.
Yeah, I was like the clown from American Horror Story once, and like that one's creepy. I get it why people wouldn't like that one.
Sure.
But you could be a regular clown and people freak out about like just a regular bozo the clown.
Yeah. And it's like,
I
dude, I fucking do children's birthday parties. Leave me alone. Why are you a grown adult so scared of me?
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's hysterical.
It's a real thing. Remember like a few years ago, I don't know, it was like probably like 2016 or 17. I remember it was like right before the movie It came out, but there was like all the clown sightings all over the place.
People were freaking out. They were everywhere on the highways, all kind of places.
and it was like cops were getting involved and everything. It's like nobody's doing anything illegal here,
Yeah, that's the type of stuff I like doing.
Yeah,
like I'll dress up and stand in the middle of a road just to scare people. Like that. I love doing
I've gone out front to trim the bushes in front of my house and been wearing the leather face mask while using a chainsaw in front of my house.
I knew I liked you, man.
Yeah. That's epic. I really want to make like get like a mannequin and like dress it up as like, you know, Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers or whatever, and just place it like 10 or 15 feet deep into the woods on the side of like a really like major road around here, you know. But it would cause hysteria.
Yeah, I think he caused some accidents, man.
Yeah, totally. Be like, yeah,
be
7
worth it.
fatal accidents, and it'll be like, oh fuck.
Sightings of Michael Myers and Jason. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I Halloween is, like I said, my like, I know we're on the phone, but if you could see what I'm seeing, I'm like surrounded by horror stuff.
I can imagine. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's gonna
that's
be
like
good.
my house. Same thing. So we're on the same page.
Yeah, I have to keep it on in the Dazzle Den because my wife does not want it out in the actual house. Yeah,
That's hysterical. I mean, I want to celebrate like in August. My wife's like, no, not happening. So
Oh well, my wife and I kind of have an understanding because she's very into Christmas, like as much as I am Halloween. She's very into, you know, so I don't give her any shit at all if she wants to put up, you know, Christmas decorations November 1st, and she doesn't give me any shit at all when I start watching horror movies daily in early September, you know.
that's amazing. Yep, that's about the time.
Yeah. As soon as I get one breeze that's not hot, I'm like, oop, spooky movie time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's my
Oh
fucking
yeah,
jam.
we're on the same page.
So,
sick.
I guess we'll get back to the party. So it's Friday, you know, Halloween night, which is wild that Halloween's on a Friday.
I'm obsessed.
Start right at like what, 5, 6,
So,
7.
Actually, you know, I'll be setting up days before that, but 9 p.m. is, you know, you can get it there early. There's a free charge, there's no cover.
Oh wow.
So I'd advise people to get there early because it gets packed.
Right.
And 9 p.m. it starts. We'll be DJing and we'll have dancers, and it's going to be pretty unique. I mean, we're doing giveaways from 1911 cider. They're doing a special like haunted hayride pumpkin spice cider, which is super good. Heirloom dispensary, they're doing some giveaways, and Stage 1 dispensary, and like I said, American Foundation we're going to raffle these things off, and it all goes to American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So that's why it's free. It's pretty great.
Right. Because I mean, you guys do that all the time. You're very good at giving back to the community, which is a very not a unique thing, but it's a thing we could use more of, I guess.
Yeah,
So I really
agree.
appreciate you guys.
I mean, it's important to me, like what they do, and also like I love music. You know, you love music, and I love American Foundation. So we're trying to do both: give people free shows, but also come in with the idea that I didn't pay to come to the show, so let me donate some money to them. And I'm obsessed with Halloween, so this was a no-brainer. And if I could build a haunted house, and that's hopefully my future, what I'll do is have a haunted house place. But I try to do it anywhere I go. So I was like, Lost and Found, let's just take it over and do something similar.
Right. Yeah, we got to talk. If you want to do a haunted house, like I'm in. I
Yeah,
volunteered
let's
at
do
a haunted house for as a scare actor, and we would get our own rooms. So
Really?
yeah, and we would have. It was over in Argyle. I did it for 3 years in a row, but they would give us. It was in this old house that they were trying to rehab. So like the whole fucking house was the haunted house, and you'd claim your room, and then for weeks build up your room, get your scare going or whatever. But yeah, I
No way.
love doing that stuff. It was awesome. It was before the band and before the podcast, and then I kind of stopped having all the free time. But man,
Right.
if I had
love
free
that
time,
idea.
I'd fucking do that again, like in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of creating your own too. That's super dope. I've never heard of that. That's right. What I want to do, because
Yeah.
everyone has their own spin on things. So like, you come in and take your own room. That's so cool.
Yeah, there would be like, the sign up, and everybody, once you'd sign up, you'd, claim your room, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was your room, and you could do whatever you want with your room. And
Shit, we definitely got to talk because
Yeah.
I'm scaring people on a daily basis. I would be a scare actor if I could do that full time. I'd do that all the time.
it was so much. I mean, it was so much fun. Like I made like some ladies pee their pants, which, which like at first was like, I'm like, oh man, I like feel bad, but then I'm like, they knew kind of what they were getting into, and the way the haunted house was is like the upstairs was like very family friendly. And if you went downstairs, they like kind of warned you, like, this is where, like, jump scares and real actors coming at you. It's like a little more ramped up. So like
Right.
anybody that came down the stairs was well aware that there was going to be people jumping out at them. And I jumped out at a
that's
lady
fair
and
game.
she peed, So
Yeah.
and her friends were laughing at her. She was like, I peed my pants. I was like, that's amazing.
They got a story for the rest of their life now, thanks to
Yeah.
you. So,
Yeah, totally.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's where we don't want everyone to pee their pants lost and found. But if it happens, it happens. But I just wanted to have a good time. It's free. You don't have to pay $50 for a haunt. You can just come and kind of hang out and have a little bit of both.
And I'm assuming costumes encouraged.
Oh, big time. We have a costume contest, $100 prize for best
wow.
costume. And, like I said, Night Moves, it's some of our friends work there, and they're actually having some dancers come in, obviously fully clothed, but in costume, dancing and doing a little, different characters. Like, Deadpool's coming down, and there's a couple other people coming in. So we're going to see some talented dancing as well. And it's going to be pretty unique.
That's awesome.
It's going to be immersive. So
that is very cool.
yeah,
All right.
Can't wait.
Well, I would be there if I wasn't playing a Halloween show myself, but being Halloween, my band is playing a show. I can't tell you who we're going as. I'll tell you after, but it's
okay. I can't wait to see.
It's amazing. I'll tell you as soon as I stop recording.
Okay, good.
I'll tell you off the record. But anyway, DJ Fearless, thank you so much. No One You Know presents. You guys are fucking killing it. I always love what you do, and I love the giving back aspect of it. So I appreciate that. And any parting words?
I appreciate you guys and always supporting the unsigned artists and all the local artists, because it's people like you that keep them, spreading the word on them, which is important because we have so much talent down here. So you make our jobs a lot easier as producers. So we appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, mutual respect of each other then. Sweet.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, man.
All right. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. All right, we're back. So that was my conversation with DJ Fearless of No One You Know presents. So go check that out. It's going to be a fucking killer event.
Yeah.
And there's so much going on tomorrow night, but there's something you can find. So get up there and find something. So right now we're going to play a song, and we're actually going to do kind of a double up with Jess Hudak, who is a friend of mine and has so much music going back a really long time. And she actually sent me 2 different songs from 2 separate alter egos. I don't know if you knew of those, PJ.
I actually did not. I've been listening to her music for a bit now. I didn't know.
Yeah,
she's
she's got.
Jesus.
So you remember back, like it was what? Not The Voice. What was the name of that fucking show she was on?
Yeah, wrong person, man.
She was on one of the shows, and I'm old and I can't remember the name of it. But back in like those days, she was out in LA and she was doing stuff with, collaborating with a bunch of different people. And one of the things she did, it was Pony Mane was her alter ego. And I think it was Power Fox and Pony Mane. Don't fucking quote me, and Jess, I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. But I'm pretty sure the person she was doing music with went under the name Power Fox. But anyway, this is a song that Jess sent me, and it fits into kind of the Halloween theme. And then literally 2 hours before we started recording, she sent me another song and was like, I don't know if it's too late, but here's this other one. And I was like, you know what? It's not too late. And I'm going to do a Jess Hudak double feature in this episode. So we'll hear another song a little later in the episode from Jess Hudak under another nom de plume, you could say. But anyway, this one is under the name Pony Mane. The song is Cursed. And we're going to check this out, and then we'll be right back.
In a vest made of Kevlar, cursed. Keep opening up my cabinets, don't know what it is, but it's leading me to madness, cursed. Keep stacking up my furniture, don't know whether it's a burglar or a murderer, cursed. Who's in my house? Please show yourself out. I've never been one to play, now I'm praying you'll go away. You're scaring me, is this sound straight? Are you are cursed. I don't think it's healthy. Middle of the night, hear a voice saying, help me, cursed. Jesus Christ, oh my God, I got a poltergeist. Cursed, who's in my house? Please show yourself out. Please show yourself out. I ain't never been one to pray. Now I'm praying you'll go away. You're scaring me. Is the sound straight? Are you Freddy? Can't go to sleep. Every little noise gives me the creeps. I think this place is cursed. I think this place is cursed. G-H-O-S-T, get that ghost away from me. G-H-O-U-L, tell that ghoul to go to hell. D-E-M-O-N, what's the exorcist phone number again? I'm pretty sure I'm cursed. No, really, I am cursed. I ain't never been one to pray. Now I'm praying you'll go away. You're scaring me. Is the sound straight? Are you Freddy? Can't go to sleep. Every little noise gives me the creeps. I think this place is cursed. I wanna pray. Now I'm praying you'll go away. You're scaring me. Is the sound straight? Are you Freddy? Can't go to sleep. Every little noise gives me the creeps. I think this place is cursed. I'm pretty sure I'm cursed. I think this place is cursed.
All right, that was Cursed. Jess Hudak performing as Pony Mane. And this next one was kind of funny because, you know Pine Boys.
Oh, yeah.
So Andrew Cerrone of the Pine Boys came up to do an interview because they have a show, and he, to promote. It was I think a show and an album release, and I know that he's into like horror stuff. So I was basically like, well, since you're here, do you want to just record a little segment for the Halloween episode, and we can just kind of shoot the shit and talk about whatever, nothing planned. And it was very spur of the moment because he was here to talk about something else, and obviously he was down. So we just had just wrapped up another interview and basically just hit record and started this segment. So I think we'll just go right into it. It's me and Andy Cerrone of the Pine Boys just talking about horror movies in general and stuff.
Awesome.
So check it out. All right, we're back. So we're here with Andrew Cerrone of the Pine Boys. And Andrew, just before I recorded, I started telling you about Sleepaway Camp and asked you if you'd seen it. And you do have to make it a point to watch it this Halloween season.
I'll put it on the list for sure.
It's all over the place. You can definitely find it places. It's terrible, but it was filmed about 8 or 9 minutes from here.
Really?
I don't know if you knew that.
No.
Yeah, it was filmed on Summit Lake in Argyle, which is literally, if you take a left out of here, go over that steel bridge, it's 6 or 7 minutes up that way. And me and Nick Kosser of Gozer last year, I got permission to go and record on the property. So we went,
sweet! I think I saw a picture from that. That's awesome.
Yeah. We went and stood on the beachfront where the entire movie was. And when it was filmed, and you'll see it because you are definitely going to watch it this Halloween season. But it was a camp, in the movie, and it's not a camp at all. None of the camp buildings are there anymore. Now it's a private residence with one central building, but it was 5 or 6 bunk camps, and it was a working camp, and it was a rip-off. Friday the 13th was a rip-off of Halloween, and Sleepaway Camp was a rip-off of Friday the 13th, and it's the more you rip it off, the worse it gets. And
definitely has a lot of name recognition, and just the fact that it was local, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it has you see like Glens Falls, South Glens Falls. There's some exterior shots of buildings that are in South Glens Falls, and I think it even says, I think it's like Fort Ann Ambulance, maybe. Like there's some local. Well, yeah, the whole thing was like.
I don't know what it is, but I heard there's a pretty solid twist in it, so I definitely will be on my list.
Yeah, there is a twist, and it's questionable as far as its appropriateness. It's actually I'll go. It's fucking totally absolutely tasteless and like, but.
Worth
Yes,
checking it.
It was 1983, whatever. But yeah, that was filmed like right over here. But anyway, so I just want to talk some horror movie stuff because you were just here recording a music episode about Pie Boys, and I was like, dude, do you want to stay and just talk fucking horror movies? So what's your go-to Halloween movie?
That's tough. I definitely try to expand out of just the horror movie space and think of like what's a good Halloween horror movie,
sure,
or like what's a good fall horror
absolutely,
movie,
absolutely.
And I've been on the docket this year. What I have lined up for Halloween is Halloween 3, and then also Trick or Treat. And I mean, this isn't really a scary movie, but my wife and I, we've been really into Hubie Halloween. We usually will throw that on.
That's a Halloween movie.
I mean, that's good. Just Salem, Massachusetts. That's good to throw on. But let me throw a question back to you. What would you say got you into horror movies?
Oh, that's actually easy, and it's like a pretty easy path. Like, we were at, it was probably 12 or so when Friday the 13th Part 4 came. Wait, yeah, it was 11.
Okay.
When Friday the 13th Part 4 came out, and a couple of us were at a sleepover at a friend's house, and it was coming out on HBO. And they were, we were like, we're going to stay up till 10 o'clock and we're going to watch this movie. None of us had seen any Friday the 13th. None of us knew anything about it. And it really fucking scared me. Like, it really scared me, like, in an uncomfortable way. Like, in a, because I couldn't, like, let my friends know that, like, I was terrified, like, I was terrified. And then, like, I didn't sleep that night. And it, like, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And, like, I couldn't stop thinking about it for days. And, like, I then, like, almost found that, like, I had to fight back against this fucking movie by, like, taking away, like, its scariness. So I went the opposite of running away and dove into it and was like, I want to watch, it was obviously Part 4. So I'm like, I want to watch all of them. And then I actually had Part 1 on VHS. And I remember the first time I watched it, spoiler alert, like finding out that, Jason is not even fucking in it other than, a little flashback of it. And I was like, what? And then, I don't know, it just got me really into it. And then once I devoured everything about Friday the 13th, like I devoured everything about Halloween. And then by the time like Nightmare on Elm Street came out, I was like, I'm going to watch Nightmare on Elm Street when it comes out on HBO in the dark all by myself. And then that fucked me up. And I was like, what? This is like a whole new kind of like.
Never escape.
Yeah. I'm like, this is like something that I didn't even expect. And it just kept fucking escalating until I just, I love it.
For sure. I think there's something, I've always loved movies, but there's something about being at a sleepover with your friends and you're putting on a scary movie. It's kind of like, turn the lights down. This is like a different gear, it feels like. The way that as dialed in as we were, I don't want to say it felt wrong, but it's just like, it just felt like something, I don't know, the culture of it. Like I remember seeing like The Ring or Scream, like when I was that age, and it was just kind of like, what is this? And I feel like the same with you. I just kind of dove in from there. I think slashers are a great gateway into it.
Right. And that's like why Nightmare on Elm Street threw me for such a fucking loop, is because like I was like locked into the slashers. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I know what to expect. I'm good. Like it's going to be creative kills. It's going to be funny. And, as much as like Freddy Krueger turned into like MTV Freddy and like, with like the catchphrases and the having to have a little line every time he killed somebody. That first movie is fucking terrifying, and like there's nothing funny about it.
Yeah, Wes Craven.
yeah,
I mean,
like-
I didn't really realize that he only directed the first one, New
Yeah,
Nightmare.
yeah.
I mean, that is such a creative idea, and for him to have his hands in Scream and Nightmare on Elm Street, I mean, just such a legend, such like a visionary. But kind of interesting. The other day I saw it in a theater. They're doing kind of Regals, doing like a classic every day of the week. They're doing a different scary movie, and I saw recently Quentin Tarantino said that he thinks Stephen King might have taken some Pennywise from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Except Stephen King began writing it in 1980. He wrapped it up in 1984, and it released in 1985. So while Nightmare on Elm Street came out before it was released, he did not take anything from that book.
Yes,
And,
no,
like,
I
I'm a
agree.
huge,
I
If you
agree.
see my shelf behind me, like up on the top shelf, I'm a huge Stephen King fan.
Oh,
I
same. No,
actually-
I'm on the King side as
Dude,
well.
my
I
wife
agree.
just bought me a hardcover first edition of it that has never been read.
Holy crap!
Like I haven't even opened it all the way, because as soon as you open the pages, open the cover just a little bit, you hear it crack, and it's still got the original dust jacket. It's in fucking mint
You
condition.
put that in a box or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's not on my normal shelf. I'm waiting until I get a nice protective display for that. But yeah, no. Yeah, Quentin Tarantino can go fuck himself, because
he's getting a little.
full
He
of
says a lot
shit.
of stuff.
Yeah, because he's
and
full of
you're gonna
shit.
write a 1,000-page, very, very
right.
complicated book,
Right, based
in
on
a year.
on a movie that you just saw, and then release your book 3 months later. No, that book took years to write.
There's some parallels, but I think it's just parallel thought.
Yeah,
Just-
and there's not even really that many parallels, because like Freddy Krueger's in your dreams, and like Pennywise, the whole thing is that he feeds on your fears, but he's like, those things that the kids see are not hallucinations or dreams. They're really tangibly there. You know what I mean? It's like it's not the same. Like, it's not the same. Like in Nightmare on Elm Street, the kids go to sleep. There's no aspect of it that has anything to do with fucking dreams. There's not.
I guess that's true. I mean, it's kids. It is
Yeah.
like the Freddy gets upset when people forget, but it's
Right,
it's,
but it's not
definitely
it's not
different.
Dream-based horror. And
Two
like,
great characters.
Absolutely,
Let's put it that way.
100%. And I
Quentin
have
can-
both of them represented on my shelf of horror. But like, it is my favorite book of all time, and I've read it 10 times, and I've listened to it on audiobook, every year for the past 10 years. Like, so yeah.
That's definitely a good
Quentin
reread
Tarantino's
one.
wrong. Oh my God.
It's probably good. There's that one part they didn't put in the movie, but
yeah.
we don't need to talk about that.
No, we don't need. I mean, we could talk about like how fucking stupid how stupid it is of a scene, and how flawed it is of a scene, and how nobody ever I haven't read that. Like, when that chapter comes up, I skip it every fucking time. Like, even when I was a kid, because when I first read it, I was literally the same age as the kids. Like, they're 12 in the book. I was 12 when I read it. That was the summer it came out. And even then, I was like, this is fucking gross.
Stephen King is a sicko. They usually leave out
absolutely.
details in adaptations. But
And I mean, he's got a sick mind, and that's what made him so much money. Also, cocaine. Though.
I think he didn't remember writing Cujo.
Yes,
Is
it
that-
was good one. Yeah, it was Cujo. Yeah, he has zero recollection of Cujo, because he would just sit in his fucking office and hoover cocaine up his nose all day. But did you read the little sequel to Cujo in what is it? You Like It Darker?
No.
So in there's his newest like short story collection, came out like, I don't know, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe. There's a short story called Bats. That's a little post wrap up of Cujo. That's
Oh, sweet. I'll have to check that out.
yeah, it's good. It's not a happy story, but just like Long Walk, like that's one of those, the movie. Like,
Yeah,
I
just
don't-
read that
I don't-
recently
I
as
don't know if
well.
I'm going to go see that movie. And the reason is because like I've read the story.
It
and I
shook
know-
me up.
Yeah.
It's pretty emotional.
And there's not a single fucking good thing that happens in it. Not one good thing happened to it. It's such a like, I don't know, not even a heartstring tugger. Like it fucks up your. I don't know. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, it's a great story, but it's not one that you reread.
No, definitely not.
And especially, I'm like, I don't need to see it played out in front of me, like on the screen, because it's dark. But
what would you say is your favorite type of, or actually, are you ever scared of scary movies still? Even if you watch them all the time, do you ever stay up at night? Do you ever?
No,
These days?
No. And like my wife thinks I'm crazy because it sometimes upsets me that I don't have nightmares. Because she'll have like nightmares and it'll really upset her. And she'll wake up and like whatever, and I'll be like, jealous. And she's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, it'd be pretty cool to like, I don't know, to have a wild, realistic nightmare, and then wake up and be like, "Oh, that was just a dream. That was fucking cool." It'd be like a movie playing out in your head. But there is horror movies that I won't watch. Any like body horror shit,
Okay.
not into, and anything with fucking bugs, like.
I'm with you there. I'm out on spiders completely.
Yeah, spiders and roaches. Like there's like in that Nightmare on Elm Street 4, there was that scene with the roach motel where like the girl turns into the roach, and like that fucked me up. And I was like, that's disgusting. It just makes me want to throw up. It's not like, oh, it's scary. I'm just like, that's just gross.
One bug adjacent horror movie that I think is excellent and actually did scare me is The Fly. Like there are certain parts of that when he's like on the wall and stuff that it's just the practical effects are so good. It's pretty terrifying.
Yeah. Oh no, it's definitely like, and I was, I don't know, probably 13 or 14 when The Fly came out, and that was again another one of those where it like took it to a different place where I was like, I did not expect that. What do you think about like the highbrow horror, like Midsummer?
See, I think that there are a lot of. I'll just say it. I mean, Hereditary is top 5 for me, definitely. And I think Ari Aster, when you brought up Midsummer, I think he kind of almost started the highbrow, the elevated horror, which I think is kind of a dirty phrase. But it's. I think there's some really good things that have come out of that movement, and it's something different. But I really, really don't like the slow. Nothing happens, and then there's one small little thing happen at the end, like that A24 style in certain cases.
I'm going to tell you a little story. Remember Paranormal Activity?
Yes.
So when Paranormal Activity came out, I was, I don't know, however old, in my 30s.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, so I was like, I turned 30 in 2003. So yeah, in my early 30s, like working in downtown Troy, and I was like, I'm gonna like the marketing for it was like the most terrifying movie since The Exorcist, and I was like, sign me the fuck up. I love The Exorcist. I've got several copies of the book. I've got a poster of The Exorcist on the wall. I'm like, I love The Exorcist, and I was like, all right, I'm in. So the very first showing, I went to the theater to see it, and I was like, this is, what the fuck am I even watching? And like, people were watching it as if they were watching like their friend's video or whatever, like it'd show the couple sleeping and you'd see the door move, and like I'd hear a lady in the audience scream, and I'm like, it's a movie, fucko, like what is happening? Like this isn't scary. And then like you said, at the very end there's a jump scare, and then the movie's over.
Oh, man, that's just really, really tough expectations.
Yeah,
and like
that's what
weird
I mean.
marketing.
If they'd have been like, hey, this is a low budget movie that we did on a dime, and we think you might enjoy it. Check it out. I probably would have been like, holy shit, that was great. But like my expectations going in were that they were going to scare the shit out of me. And it was like, and at this point, I'd already done the little internet maze thing when you get to the end and it gives you a jump scare and shit like that. That's all it was. It was a fucking, And it just made me, the expectations are so high, it made me mad.
I think some found footage is good though.
Oh,
I think
love
that's a cool
found footage. That's my thing. I love
subgenre.
it. I love found footage. Like I saw Blair Witch in the theater.
Oh man,
and it fucking blew me away. And I watched that movie all the time. Even the 2016. Have you seen that one?
No, I've heard pretty good things though.
It's fucking decent, and like people will shred on it, but it's a decent movie. They're taking the premise of the original and they're adding in some modern day shit like fucking cell phones and drones and whatever, and kind of doing the same thing. But what do you want? You want to reinvent the wheel every single movie? Just
that when the original Blair Witch came out, I was like, I didn't see it. I wasn't really aware of it. I was so young, but I think it was the perfect time because I think people were just like, oh, those people are dead. Like,
100%.
I think people thought it was real.
My sister, like, I remember getting talking to her, and she's like, "That's fucking crazy. Like, why would you want to?"
Like, people thought it actually was found footage.
Yeah, she's like, "Why would you want to go watch people die in the movie?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's fucking not real." She's like, "Oh yeah, it is." No, it's not. But like, they specifically, like, the actors had signed agreements to like basically not take any other work for like a certain amount of time. To do
they kind of like disappeared in real life.
Do this role and then disappear, and then we'll roll it out, later. But
I think you can make some really creative, low budget horror movies, and they're a good vehicle, like, where you don't need huge financing and have a creative idea. I mean, also getting lost in the woods is, I think, just on its own is a very scary concept, and it feels very real.
yeah. Did you ever see Hell House LLC?
Oh yeah, huge fan.
And like, that's another one that's like, super low budget and very effective and like scary. Like, there's actual like parts of it that I'm like, that's fucking scary, and it's not this big Hollywood, production.
And it wouldn't have been as good if it was.
Right.
It
would have been decisions made by committee, and they would have sanitized everything and fucking shredded it. But this is basically just like, a crew with a vision. They're like, let's do this. And it's really good.
I'm grateful though. I honestly still get scared from certain things. Like, I won't have trouble falling asleep, but sometimes I'll like get up in the middle of the night and just like not be able to. Just kind of replaying movies. Like, recently, a couple that did it to me was Smile 2 really scared me. And also a movie called The Dark and the Wicked. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I haven't.
Really, really good. It's made by the same guy who did The Strangers. But I don't know. I'm glad I'm not super desensitized. Like, it's still kind of fun being scared every once in a while.
Yeah,
but
that's why I'm jealous that I don't get nightmares, because I'm like, it'd be pretty fucking fun to like have like this thing that feels really real, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, cool, that's not real. That's I think I would enjoy that.
What would you say is your favorite all time?
It's like, I would have to say probably Friday the 13th Part 1.
Okay.
And it's more nostalgia based than quality based, I guess, and that comes from, that was the first physical horror anything that I owned, was that VHS of Part 1. So I watched it a million times. I became really familiar with it. I've been to the original filming locations. I've toured the original Camp Crystal Lake and gotten my picture where all the first murders happened, and like where Kevin Bacon got the arrow through his fucking neck. I sat like on that bed in that cabin, and like, that movie to me is like what started it all. Like,
which is super important.
Yeah.
And it's like, I saw that recently, and there's a lot of, there's no Jason in it, but some of the kills are brutal in that, and very well executed.
Yeah. And that was Tom Savini.
Okay.
And then Tom Savini wasn't there for 2 and 3, and then he came back for 4. And that's why, 4, out of the Jason movies, 4 is my top.
Okay.
But then there's also 6, which is kind of comedic. You know what I mean? Like, Friday the 13th Part 6 could be absolutely called a comedy horror or a horror comedy. Like, there is so much fucking comedy in that, but it's not comedy that's dumb and out of place. Like, it's intentional and very well done comedy, which feels like it should be out of place, especially fucking rolling off of Part 5, which is the darkest of, like, that's a very, something about Part 5 just feels fucking dirty. Like, it feels just like such a tonal shift from the first 4. Like, it almost feels like a different movie. Like, it it almost has like a snuff film vibe. Like,
It's cool to try something different though.
Yeah.
With,
Oh,
with
and I
a
love
franchise
it.
that long.
Yeah, and I love it. And Roy, I've got a Roy figure on my shelf, like, fake Jason. I thought it was a great move, and I'm not mad at it at all. And I watch it all the time. Actually, I want to show you a video when we wrap it up here. That did you ever watch The League?
Yes.
So the guy who played Taco,
Okay.
his name is John Lajoie, is his name, and he does like parody songs, and he's done like a bunch of like goofy, jokey songs in like different styles, and he's fucking brilliant comedian, and he does this act. He calls it Wolfie's Just Fine. I don't know if you like Terminator 2.
Okay.
So like when he calls his foster parents and he says, and Arnold goes, what's your dog's name? And he goes, it's Max. And then he goes, why is Wolfie barking? And then the Terminator who's playing his stepmom goes, Wolfie's just fine, sweetheart, which lets him know that, your parents are dead. But anyway, the name of the act is Wolfie's Just Fine. And he calls it like music without punchlines. So the songs themselves aren't jokes unless you see the video.
Okay.
So like
It's kind of like an inside joke.
yeah,
type of thing.
it's like so I will show you that because one of them is his experience with watching Friday the 13th for the first time, and it's with his older brothers, and it's Friday the 13th Part 5, and it's kind of like what you said, like you're like watching these movies, it felt a little wrong, like you were doing something wrong. So I'll show you that when we wrap up here. But anyway, I think we're at like the 25-minute mark. So if we want to wrap it up, in closing, I guess, what do you want to say for everybody this spooky season?
I have a couple picks here that might be a little bit under the radar.
Yeah,
I would say Oddity, I thought was really good, which is on Shudder, I think. I just saw Good Boy in theaters last night.
Oh, yeah? How was
which,
that?
Very creative. I mean, not pretty low budget, but I mean, incredible dog acting. I think it took like
it's
3
the
or 4 years.
It's the director's actual dog.
Yeah, and I can't believe what they did. But I thought that was awesome. Let me see what else I got here. The Visit, I think, is pretty scary. M. Night Shyamalan. And last one I'll say is Clown in a Cornfield. For like just a throw-on spooky season movie that's pretty new, you might not have heard of. It's also on Shudder. I thought that was pretty entertaining.
And what's probably a good idea too is just get the fucking Shudder subscription at least for the month.
Yeah, dial it up.
Because there's so much good content on and stuff that you've never heard of. You know what I mean? Like amazing.
Yeah, and
stuff.
like one last thing I want to say quick is I'm a huge proponent of physical media.
Same.
I mean, a lot of times you're looking up something to watch and it's not on any streaming service. You can find really good deals on Blu-rays, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't think all these companies and Netflix and stuff want you owning your stuff. If there's a movie you love, go out and buy it.
Definitely. I agree. All right. Well, sweet. So, Andrew, thank you for hanging out.
Thank you, sir. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. All right, that was my conversation with Andy Cerrone of Pine Boys. And so, BJ, we were saying a little bit off mic how, you didn't know that Jess had all these alter egos. Jess Hudak, we're going to go into another song from her. This, she said, goes back to when she lived in L.A., I believe, and made music with an old roommate of hers, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, the song itself she sent in the email, I thought was a good backstory of the song. And I asked her if it was okay if I read the email on the air, and she said it was all right. So this is a little bit about the song that we're going to hear. So she says, this is Dead Crow by my EDM project, Bang You're Dead, that I used to do with my old LA roommate, Quickie Mart. It was inspired by an actual crow that made its way into the house pipes and came up through the toilet and died. But in the song, I turned it into a metaphor for my grandmother's death from lung cancer after being a lifelong smoker. Quit smoking, kids. So I guess it's a spooky PSA about cigarettes. And then she says, I hope you enjoy. It's one of my favorite tracks that we ever made. So again, another one of Jess's alter egos. This is something that she made out in LA with Quickie Mart under the pseudonym Bang You're Dead. It's Jess Hudak, and the song is called Dead Crow.
All your little bones broken, trying to get back home, hoping you finally found the way out. It's dark and you're alone. If only you had known to heed the signs that lead to your own demise.
Jess Hudak as Bang You're Dead with Dead Crow. And this next segment is my friend Maddie Dwyer, one of the co-owners of Nerdy by Nature. And I hadn't quite planned, because we had scheduled the conversation and we were just going to talk about the store because the store is awesome. But just a couple days before we recorded it, I went and saw Audacity Cabaret's Rocky Horror Picture Show
right.
as a matinee on Sunday, and Maddie's husband Scotty was the lead, was fucking Dr. Frankenfurter
shit.
in the production. So it was really cool. And So I decided, I was like, I just want to talk about that a little bit. So we do talk about that, and then we get into the store, and there's a bunch of new shit happening with the store, bringing in some, Trick or Treat Studios.
Yeah.
They're bringing in, or they've brought in some Trick or Treat Studio stuff, and they're working with them and working on expanding and stuff like that. So we talk
That's
about
awesome. That store is already completely and utterly badass. Like, you go in there and I'm just entranced. It's so awesome.
Like I have so much stuff on my shelf from that store.
Oh, yeah.
Like all that stuff on the back wall is from Nerdy by Nature. Yeah, every time I go in there, I just fucking love it. But anyway, we will talk about it. I talk about it a lot in this next segment. So it's a conversation with Maddie Dwyer, one of the co-owners of Nerdy by Nature, and we'll check that out, and then we'll be right back. And we are back. I am on the phone here with Maddie Dwyer, one of the co-owners of Nerdy by Nature. How's it going, man?
Hello. Hello.
And, I want to first and foremost talk about the exciting things that are happening. Actually, second and foremost, talk about the exciting things happening at Nerdy by Nature. But before we do, I just wanted to, put it on record. This past weekend, I saw the Rocky Horror Picture Show Shadowcast from Audacity Cabaret, and your husband was the lead, and you were there, and the cast was fucking phenomenal.
Oh my
and
God.
we had just Katie and I went, and we went on the matinee, the 2:00 whatever on. So it was perfect
The one for old
timing.
people?
Yes, the one for old people. Yeah, it was funny because when Scotty was just tell me what show you, because I bought an ad for the program, and it came with a couple of tickets. So Scotty was like, just tell me what show you want, and I'll put you down on the list. And I looked at the shows, and I told Katie, and I'm like, yeah, then the one on Friday is at 10. And she literally went, PM?
It's gonna be a pass.
Yeah. And I was like, but the matinee's at 2. So we went to that, and it was fucking awesome. But it was I had never seen, I've seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I've just seen the movie Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know what I mean? With just some buddies, smoking weed and watching it, on an old VHS copy or whatever. But I had never done the experience like that.
Yeah, the Shadowcast.
Oh my God. Am I I had a grin from ear to ear, and there was a guy right in front of us that obviously the people shout out the things.
Yeah,
And
they're called callbacks.
he knew every single one of them and shouted them with confidence. And it was I don't know. It made me feel like I was in on something. You know what I mean?
100%.
It was such a fucking cool experience. And I really hope, that's a yearly thing that they do.
Yeah, this is our second year doing it.
Okay, yeah, 'cause
we weren't involved with the first year, but this is Audacity Cabaret's second year doing it. And there's troops out there that have been doing it for years, decades.
Right.
And the big funny thing, when you go and, somebody who, what we call a virgin, a person who's never been to a Shadowcast before, they're called virgins. But the big running joke is that, you have to convincingly tell people that Rocky Horror is an occult, even though it clearly is. These people go every year. There's callbacks, and the cool thing about it is that callbacks can change from city to state. Even in the same town, different troops and different people that go see the show will have different callbacks. So you'll hear somebody on your right making callbacks, and then somebody on your left making different callbacks at different times.
Gotcha.
And it's just so cool how the movie impacts areas and groups of people differently.
Yeah, and one thing that I thought was very interesting with the callbacks, and again, they were all fucking hilarious. It felt like I was watching Mystery Science Theater, but sitting
Exactly.
directly behind the guy doing it.
Yes.
And the callbacks were, some of them, were the obvious. I knew the, like, you got to say slut and asshole, like when Brad and Jerry and throwing the toast. I was one of two people that threw the toast, by the way, at the Sunday matinee, and the other person was the gentleman that I'm speaking of that was sitting right in front of me. Like, I was like, yeah, we're throwing toast, but is how modernized some of them were. Like there was some like callbacks about like his Tinder profile and like Justin Bieber and like shit, and I was like, wow, that's so wild how like it's modernized and it just continues going and continues to fucking evolve like 50
I think
years later.
Yeah, I think it speaks to like the art format that movie is in, and like the community that movie was maybe not even made for, but that just
made in mind
its claws into. And there's constantly new Rocky fans, Rocky cult members, whatever you want to call them, joining the ranks every year. People who go and see that Shadowcast for the first time and say this, like, I'm doing this every year.
Right. I'm coming back. Like if it happens, like I had a
blast. Yes. Oh, it's definitely going to happen. No, it was such a cool experience. I grew up a theater kid. Like fifth grade all the way through high school, I was doing theater. Gotcha. And then I joined bands and I started doing my music stuff, and I pulled away from theater, but it was so cool to come back to it. So cool to like be part of like the production side of it, and watch the cast bust their ass so hard to put on what they put on for you. Like that whole entire cast, we had like set rehearsals, but they were doing private rehearsals. Some of them were practicing and getting together and doing stuff almost 4 to 5 nights a week. Right. Sometimes. And
what I was thinking too is I guarantee you, like while I was watching it was like I guarantee you some of these cast members are rehearsing on their own. Just like sitting at home, just throw the movie on and run through their part.
Yeah,
so like, it was such a like a natural movement to everything. It was fucking wild. Like
it was so cool to watch it all come together, and that was like the testament to it. Like you can get together and you can do a shadow cast, but those people spent so much time together that they built a relationship and they just became so comfortable and trusted each other so much. And that's kind of what theater comes down to, is like this like level of trust that you can trust who you're on stage with. And it really, really showed. It was just, I was so proud of everyone, especially Scotty.
Yeah.
It was just really, really
cool. Who was
cool
like fucking 8 feet tall in those heels. Like
right?
at the end, like I was like, he's already taller than me, and I'm like, oh my god, like he was so so tall, but
so
like
tall,
and like I don't know, just everything about it was wonderful. And I mean, really, I just wanted to like kind of started off by just getting that out and like putting that and making that public knowledge.
Not to toot our own horn or anything, but we've had so many people say that that's like one of the best shadow casts they've ever seen. That like just how we did it, what we did, and the like you said, just the magic, the chemistry between everybody.
Right.
Like it was actually quite polished for a Rocky Horror thing, and there's so many people that were like, I've seen a bunch, and that was one of the best. And that was a really, really good feeling that people felt like we honored what that was supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was like beat by beat, just like fucking fantastic. And like, and I was kind of like, how do they know like how close they're mimicking what's happening on the screen when they can't see the screen, but you'd see it and you'd be like, man, they're like almost like exactly synced up in some part where you're like, I know they can't see the screen, but yet they're like almost in perfect motion. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, and that was practice. They, like I said, that was all them busting their ass, rehearsing and making sure that that they did it, you know what I mean? And they really did. It was so cool. I was crying multiple times throughout the weekend.
I bet. Yeah, it was fucking fantastic. So kudos to the entire cast and crew, and I'll definitely be back next year if they do it again, because it was so.
And keep an eye out. Good. Follow Audacity's Cabaret on Instagram.
Oh, I do. Yeah. And others as well should. Yeah, or others should as well.
There's going to be so much going on, and we're not just going to be doing Rocky Horror. We're going to be doing so much more. So it's really, really exciting to kind of start building this relationship with this production company.
Yeah, hell yeah. And on Sunday you were there, and you had like a table laid out with some merch, some really cool merch, some unique stuff that I hadn't seen, some like NECA stuff, some like alt figures that I haven't seen. So that kind of rolls me into what I really kind of came to talk about, and that is the changes that have happened to Nerdy by Nature. And I don't even want to say changes, because that could signify like, going either way. The upgrades that have happened,
the additions
to Nerdy by Nature, because it's really exciting shit. And while I haven't been in to see the new stuff, I got a taste of it on Sunday when I got to see the table. But I'm excited to come in and check everything out. But I guess tell everybody what's been happening at my favorite store, Nerdy by Nature.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really, really cool to kind of roll this out. And, we are developing a relationship and started working with Trick or Treat Studios.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We started working with Trick or Treat Studios. We got a bunch of their stuff in. We have some really cool Texas Chainsaw figures, some Terrifier figures. We got this awesome pumpkin head, like it's like an 8-inch or 9-inch like statue, and it's been really, really cool to kind of include this and bring this on and add this as part of our store. It's always been like a dream of mine to kind of be part of or own or operate like a horror shop,
Right?
And so to be able to like carve out a corner of nerdy, which it firmly makes sense. It's not even a stretch for us, between all of our interests and the way that the store flows. It made sense to add this and bring it on and open up this corner and try to make another space for a different group of people that might not have walked in our store just for our oddities, but now can walk in for to find really awesome, unique horror merch and product that maybe they might not find everywhere else.
Right. And for those that don't know, I mean, like, Trick or Treat Studios and NECA are like the only two, like, I don't know, companies that I would say that I'm like actually a fan of, like that I own a bunch of their shit. Like I have a Trick or Treat Studios makes a Jack Torrance replica red corduroy jacket from The Shining.
Oh, what?
and I have it. Like
that's amazing.
And
I didn't know about that.
It just looks like a regular fucking. I'll send you a picture like when we're done talking. It just looks like a regular corduroy jacket, but it's like an exact replica of the one that Jack Nicholson wears in The Shining. And I've got like, like they make the Leatherface mask that I have and my Michael Myers mask is Trick or Treat Studios. And like that, like, it's almost like in a lot of industries when you're working with like a big brand, it could almost be seen as oh no, but like,
right.
They're so well respected and they're very well known as people that pay attention to what they're putting out, and they don't just put bullshit out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why
they care.
I'm excited.
They care about the product.
Yeah.
They care about the niche. They care about the genre. I think they tote the idea or tote the passion of saying that they provide the closest to on-screen replica, like in affordability, which is really cool. I mean, and you can tell when you look at these figures, like there's just so much that goes into them. The paint jobs, the everything that goes into them, the accessories, even down to the clothing, the shoes, everything. And there's just so much detail. Like the pumpkin head, like he's like has his claw out, and like the claws. It's just so cool. It looks like you're pulling that pumpkin head right from the fucking movie. It's
awesome,
amazing.
And Pumpkinhead, that was like 88 or something. That was like mid to late 80s, I think, because like I was a teenager, I think, when that one came out, and
yeah,
that one fucked me up.
It's so cool.
I remember being
so
like, "Oh, it's such
campy.
a cutesy name," and then I was like, "Oh, wow, that's a terrifying monster."
My favorite scene. I forget what the kid's name is, but like this girl, like that's just terrible writing, and she's like, we don't even know where Peter is. Peter left, and you don't care where Peter is, but I know where Peter is. And it's like, why'd you say Peter? Why'd you say his name 17 times? It's so bad, but it's
she's
just like,
a repeater.
Yeah, it just makes you so feel warm and cozy with how stupid and ridiculous it is.
Yeah, I have plenty of movies like that. Um, did you, not to get off topic, no, fuck it, it's still on topic. Did you watch Welcome to Derry?
I have not started it yet.
I watched the first episode last night. It was good.
Yeah,
good.
I've heard really good things about it. People are saying it's really, really exciting.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about Andy Muschietti and his directing style, but I think it's good. You know what I mean? Like, how fucking serious are you going to take a movie, with a shape-shifting clown?
Right,
you
can't.
I
always think it's so funny when people want to make horror movies out to be like Oscar,
right.
We're never going to win an Oscar.
Yeah,
like
don't do
it's
that.
like
yeah. Don't do
I'm
that.
going
Just
into
make
this
it
movie
scary.
for completely different reasons.
Yeah, and make it scary with a little bit of funny, and camp is fine. You know what I mean? Look at fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Everybody's the most terrifying film of all time. I'm if it's it's fucking goofy if you think about it.
Right in 2025, it's goofy as hell.
And that's why I love it, because I can be look at that, look at that hitchhiker cutting himself with a jackknife, but it's goofy, and that's why I love it. Because horror and comedy, I think it was Tom Savini or someone. It was someone in I've been watching a lot of horror documentaries, said that they're horror and comedy are so parallel because they're both mediums where it's a visceral effect that you're after. You know what I mean? You either want to make someone involuntarily laugh or involuntarily gasp and cover their eyes, but either way it's a visceral reaction, whereas a drama or whatever isn't necessarily set up to be that way.
100%. And in horror movies, as a film, in my mind, if I was ever to make a horror film, my goal would be to have that feeling, have both of those feelings at the same time. I want people to cover their face and be cracking up and having a blast.
I mean, you kind of need to because life isn't all just scary. You know what I mean? So you kind of need to have that tone shift of moments of levity and comedy, and that makes the scary moments fucking scarier.
100%.
That's how I feel.
100%. But yeah, no. We're really excited. We're really excited about what's coming up. We have a bunch of new vendors coming in. We have this guy, his name's Frank, Vermont Dark Arts. But he does a whole bunch of clay work and busts and stuff like that. But it's all has this really cool fantasy, dark, edgy vibe to it. Super excited about him. We have this other individual, Strangled Hearts, who does a whole bunch of spooky and horror, fun, cutesy, spooky stitch, cross stitching stuff. And a few more awesome vendors that we're going to be bringing in. So we're super excited about what this next year of nerdy is going to look like.
That is so much fun. So obviously Halloween season is a great season to visit Nerdy by Nature, but it's definitely a year round, and that's what I think makes it so cool. Is that you have places that may focus on some spooky stuff as the Halloween comes around, but you're normalizing the spooky for all of us spooky kids that to do this shit year round and watch scary movies year round and
100%. Spooky isn't just a season. Spooky's a lifestyle.
Correct.
That's. I wanted a shop like this. I'm, something that I can go to that wasn't Spencer's or wasn't Hot Topic or wasn't FYE. Be able to walk into something that's a little bit more hands-on, a little bit more engaging than those shops. And it's been really, really, really fucking awesome to be able to kind of build that ourselves. You know what I mean? And then be part of that.
Yeah, and for me, it's cool to have a store where I can go in and know, because I don't at my age, I don't just spend money. You know what I mean? I'm not just I'm just gonna get something. Something needs to really be hey, look at me, buy me, before I'll be oh yeah, I'm gonna. But at your store, I know that when I go in, I'm I'm gonna buy something. Before I even get there, I'm I don't know. I'm definitely going to buy something. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
it's just a fucking store full of shit that I want. So,
Right, whether it's a sticker or a
Yeah.
button, or you're like, hey, I'm gonna splurge and get this taxidermy skunk. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna find something that you want for sure.
yeah, I mean, I'm looking around the room. I see Texas Chainsaw VHS tape that you made with the blood dripping off it. I've got a Leatherface bobblehead from Nerdy by Nature. I have the little piece of wood shavings from the Amityville Horror House, a piece of asphalt from the Texas Chainsaw driveway, and a piece of the fragment from the Waterworks from Friday the 13th Part 1. All which I bought at Nerdy by Nature.
I love that. I love making those VHS tapes. They are like, between those and my Demented Soul dolls, which is like my upcycling of like the troll, like the treasure trolls. The VHSs are just so much fun to make because it's just a fun little shelf decor item that I don't know. It's just so much fun. I can make each one unique with each of the like the drips of the blood or whatever I end up using,
and the
depending
color
on the movie. Yeah, sometimes like if it's like The Exorcist, I do green, like Reagan's vomit. I have a Substance one who I'm gonna do like a cream, like the beige cream color, like the stuff that they inject into them.
I haven't watched
it's
that.
fun.
I'm not gonna watch that movie.
You're not going to?
I don't like body horror stuff. I don't like it.
Oh, it's so fun.
I know
Andy.
everybody says that, but I don't know, man.
You have to wait until it's worth it. The whole thing is great. Demi Moore is absolutely fantastic. It's so cool to see her in that role. But like, I'm gonna tell you right now, the ending, like the last like whatever 10 minutes or whatever, is like so. It's worth that payoff. Like, to be like, I don't really like body horror. Like, I don't want to ruin it for you in case you ever do watch it. But those last 10 minutes are like chef's kiss. Ridiculous, bonkers, off the wall. Like,
Oh, all right. What was that one? Malignant? Was it like? Remember that one? Did you see that one?
yeah,
That one.
I
was
wasn't a
kinda-
bit.
I didn't. Yeah, but I
Hot
didn't.
take.
The same thing. I didn't like it.
Hot take, not a big fan of it.
I didn't either because of the like body horror aspect of it. I was just like, ugh, it grosses me out, and it doesn't gross me out in like a this is fun way. It grosses me out, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
I get it.
You know.
I get it. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, but the substance isn't like. I don't know. People say it's body horror, but I don't get that from it. I get like, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to watch it again and see if I pick up on those body horror. I get there is body horror, but it's not like Saw or Hostel or even Malignant. Like, it has a little bit more of a tongue-in-cheek vibe to it, which I think makes me appreciate it a little bit more.
Well, maybe I'll. If you watch it again and then let me know if you think someone who like, because I hate I hate body horror. Like, it's gross. Like even like The Fly. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, I love The Fly.
You know?
Oh, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, but no, I'd rather just see somebody get cut with something sharp.
That's a good way. That's a good trade-off. I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking as someone who has cut themselves on something sharp many, many times, like working in the kitchen, like I was just so many times to be like, oh, fuck, yep, cut myself again. Like,
so it's relatable content.
It's relatable content. Yeah, I can be like, ooh, yeah, that one hurts. That's going to take a stitch.
Get that sewing kit out, buddy.
Yeah, totally.
That's so fun.
All right, Maddie. I know I was like, oh yeah, we'll only talk for like 5 minutes. We're approaching the 23-minute mark. But is there anything you want to throw in before we wrap it up?
No, I mean, I'm excited to see you when you come to the shop. You better let me know so I can come down and say hi. And I'm sure I'll see you soon, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, that was Maddie Dwyer, co-owner of Nerdy by Nature. And up next, we're going to play a song. And this is a band that has not been on the show yet. I would like to get them on. They've been on my radar for a little bit. And when I did a kind of a call for Halloween songs, I just literally like put out like a fucking... like Instagram story. I was like, hey, if anybody has any Halloween songs, like, send them my way. I'd love to play them on the show. And these guys reached out and sent me their song, Trick or Treating. And I was like, this is so, it's so cool. Like when local bands have Halloween songs and Christmas songs and holiday songs, because like any one of them could almost like just kind of catch on, nationally is like what I mean. Like, because some of them are like so good and so clever, and it's nice to have original music for not only a holiday that's my favorite, but a holiday that's just begging for music to be made about it.
You've got these busy holidays, and people are just like, people listen to music as a background thing, but it's great to be able to find somebody local that can be a soundtrack to like a big day of yours.
Right.
And it's incredible. I love it.
Yeah, and I love it too. So I was really stoked when I got the email and saw that the song was called Trick or Treating, because I'm like, that's not just Halloween themed. That's a fucking Halloween song. And I love it, So we'll check out Barred Owls, Trick or Treating. And if you're listening, reach out again and let's get you on the show, because I think that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, it's Barred Owls Trick or Treating here on Unsigned 518's Halloween special, and then we'll be right back.
Things haven't been the same since Gabe moved away into her nursing home now. Halloweens don't have the same ring because no one answers her door. But I'm waiting. Every year I wear the same costume, my regular street clothes and a worn out mask, and all of the houses hand out less and less candy than they ever did before in the past. Something's changing. There used to be a chill in the air that's now been replaced by hours of sunshine, and in a moment I realize it's already November 1st, and it's only a matter of time till I'm waiting. There's nothing worth celebrating anymore.
All right, that was Barred Owls with Trick or Treating. And BJ, now I think it's your favorite time of every episode. And while we're doing like a special combined episode, we're keeping one thing the same. And what's that?
Our band show. It's and I say this every episode for the Weekend Spotlight, is just one of the best things about music in the 518 and beyond. Because they take a band that's either one of your favorite bands or a band you haven't had a chance to hear yet. They give them the rock star treatment. They really just pull out all the stops, and it's an incredible thing. And it's an incredible thing. It's an important thing. It's a necessary thing. So they will always and forever have my adornment. Is that the word?
Yeah,
it is now.
Yeah, that works.
So let's check in with our band show, guys. What's going on right now?
Thank you, BJ, and welcome in to our band show. We are overwhelmed with joy each and every time we're lucky enough to have a live session with an exciting band from the Hudson Valley and the surrounding regions. There is no substitute for the amazing talent amongst us in our respective local scenes. This past weekend is no different, as we were honored to have in the studio some legends in our area, The Big Takeover. Fronted by the charismatic Jamaican-born singer and songwriter Nene. The 8-piece New York band The Big Takeover plays original music that is rooted in and reverent toward the genres and rhymes of Jamaican pop, reggae, rocksteady, and ska. They are devotees of Desmond Decker and the way the old school did it. At the same time, The Big Takeover crosses lines and blends traditions like global pop fusionists. Their deceptively complex arrangements and big hooks connect with the spirit of Motown and the uptown sophistication of the 21st century retro soul and R&B revival scene. Enough about what the bio says. Let's hear it straight from the band.
One thing I think you guys are definitely known for is truly giving back to your local community. I mean, for example, in a busy calendar year, you made time for our program, and you guys play all over the place locally, and so many of the bands that we've had on this program reference you guys as sort of like paving the way for bringing attention to local music here in the Hudson Valley. So yeah, most certainly. And then from all of us independent artists too, thank you guys for, truly keeping our beautiful home here front row and center. I think that's always been appreciated, at least certainly from this program.
Oh yeah, thanks for telling us that. We had no idea that people referenced us or whatever. That means really a lot to us. We love this area that we're from, and no matter where we go, we always come back, and we always say this when we play like local things. We always say, like, no matter where we go, like, this is the best place to play. Like the best vibe, we're received the best, they get us the best. It's just like, so it just works for us.
Yeah, no, it's a truly magical artistic community. I mean, you spoke about the Chance Theater, which is no longer around, but I certainly cut my teeth there. So did so many members of our crew and past bands. And of course, I know you guys play a bunch all over in Ulster. And yeah, the Hudson Valley really is just a hub for not only great music, but such a wide variety of music. And it's just so great to finally have you guys in studio. So, all right, we got the van. We're starting to play some shows. What happens next?
I don't know. So one thing that was very motivating for me when this band started is how easy it was to write songs. So like Rob said, we weren't really doing anything that was super complicated or like rewriting anything, but like when we got together to write songs, like one writing session, we would come up with like all these songs, and that was very easy for us. So we would record and make albums. So we've like made like a bunch of albums over the years, and we'd also play a bunch of shows. So the shows were fun to play. The music was easy to write. The albums were kind of easy to record and put out.
And people were dancing.
And yeah, so it just kind of worked. The wheels started working, and like before you know it, it was, like it's 18 years later.
For us, we've had the big takeover on the radar for a while now. As we developed our band show, we watched other YouTube channels like Audio Tree or Sugar Shack Sessions for some influence. We spotted from right here in our backyard the big takeover among their catalog of performers. The bar was set for us to put in the hard work, develop our program, and eventually join forces with such a talented group of creative people. I used the word honored earlier, but that is just a catch-all for all the emotions I can't put into words. We achieved an amazing goal of working with not only some amazing musicians, but some really generous people. They play some crazy, chill music that makes a stressful day of video production feel so relaxing. So for that reason, our choice for this week's Weekend Spotlight is The Weight of the World by The Big Takeover, performed live on our band show.
With the weight of the world, we wait, we try to rise and shine. This whole heart and the soul as to the test of time. And the weight of the world, Ever since we were born, we were told we need to run this race. We'll never win, no matter how the wrinkles spray in the face. Yeah. With the weight of the world. Can we carry on today as we turn another page and we wait for the weight of the world, for the weight of the world? Is the weight of the world just our fate that we walk towards each day? Our old hearts and our souls have lasted all this time with the weight of the world. Is the weight of the world just our fate that we walk towards each day? Our old hearts and our souls have lasted all this time with the weight of the world. Can we carry on today as we turn another page and we wait for the weight of the world, for the weight of the world? Can we carry on this race as we turn another page and we wait for the weight of the world? Can we carry on this way time as we turn another page and we wait for the weight of the world? Oh yeah. Can we carry on this way time as we turn another page and we wait and wait and wait for the weight of the world? Oh.
We had a blast this past weekend in the studio recording with the Big Takeover. Go ahead and check out the session live stream on our YouTube channel and clips from all our past guests on the Instagram feed, both at Our Band Show. Besides following those social accounts, check out our website, ourbandshow.com, for new articles from past performers on the show. Go ahead and keep on rocking out there, and BJ, let's send it back to you.
All right, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate Our Band Show. One of the best. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore because I'll just do it again next week. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, ourbandshow.com. You know me, I always like YouTube is my favorite. You can just go on there and just get right to. And you've been with them so many times.
Yeah. I've gone down and I've done the show with Shortwave Radio Band.
Yep.
We went down and got the Rockstar treatment for that, and then I went down and did the 4-band spotlight with the 4 bands that I brought down. That was when was that? That was July, I think, or whatever. What's funny is
it's been a long year.
I'll say just on the record, just because I don't give a fuck about being too candid or whatever, but that showcase that I did down there is the reason that I went on that diet to lose all that weight, because I saw myself on film. And I was like, Wow. Really? That's what I look like. Really? Okay. All right. And then I was like, I got to do something about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. But yeah, I'm personally probably not gonna rewatch it too much or at all.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
I'll watch the music parts and that's the good thing too, is that the way they break it up. He breaks it up. There's the whole show, but then they also release just the interviews and then just the music. They call it a visual EP.
Yeah.
So like it's just the music, one song. And that I watch a lot, like, because it was really fun. But yeah, our band show fucking rocks. So this next one, and actually, BJ, we didn't talk about any of this ahead of time. I mean, I'm sure you see the name on the show notes, but so on Saturday, what was it, last Saturday?
Yeah.
Or the Saturday before?
Saturday before, actually.
It was the Saturday before. We went, and when I say we, like me and Katie and you and Angela, the four of us, we went to Schenectady. We stopped by Capital District Cannabis and Wellness. They were doing their Harvest Fest, which was crazy cool.
That was a great time.
I'm so glad, like, I didn't have to drive anywhere. That we had, because just all the free samples.
Yeah.
Were fucking ridiculous.
Thank God for Angela.
Yeah, absolutely. We just got to sit there and be like, take us to the. But like after that, we went directly from there to the Nightmare Market.
Yep.
And I had never been to one, and you had never been to one, and holy shit, it was so fucking huge and so much fun. I couldn't believe how many people were there to celebrate, like, the weirdness, I guess, of Halloween, and like all the super cool vendors and the cosplayers and the whatnot. So I reached out to Kayla Eck, who is the organizer. She's the person behind Nightmare Market.
Right.
And I didn't know who it was. I literally just sent an email or a message through Instagram.
Yeah.
And was basically just like, hi, I'm Andy, and like, I really dug what you did, and it'd be pretty cool to be able to talk to you and find out a little bit more about it. So she graciously agreed to an interview, and it was really, really cool. Like, really cool to talk to her. And find out about Nightmare Market, which has only been around for a couple years. And it started as Nightmare on J Street.
Right.
I mean, you've heard that.
Yeah.
And now it's Nightmare Market. It's a different... And, we'll find out a little bit more about the name change in the interview. But cool conversation, really, really cool person, and I hope to collaborate more because, obviously very like-minded.
Oh, yeah.
Because Nightmare Market was fucking awesome. So let's check out my conversation with Kayla Eck of Nightmare Market, and then we'll be right back. All right, and we are back. I am here with Kayla Eck from Nightmare Market in Schenectady. Well, is it always in the same place? It's always in Schenectady, correct, Kayla?
Yeah, so it's in Schenectady, and it probably will for the next year or so. So we did change the name from Nightmare on J Street to the Nightmare Market because our intentions are to travel a little bit. Right. We just don't know when. But Schenectady is like our home base. The city has been good to us. We're not going anywhere. So even if we do end up traveling, those core markets will always happen in Schenectady.
And I had, obviously it had been on my radar, being in the area, but I went to my first one, a couple weeks ago, the October one, which, for my needs was everything that I needed. It was just like the most amazing market. There was so much spooky stuff. All the vendors were really cool. And I guess I just want to know a little bit about yourself and a little bit about how the market kind of came to be. So I think I'll kind of just maybe hand it over to you to tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah. No pressure. Handing me the virtual mic.
All the pressure in the world.
But I guess where the kind of inkling for the Nightmare Market started, well, I've been kind of curating events for a long time. I've been in the art world. I've been in the gallery sphere. I'm an art director for a gaming company. So I've always been kind of curating and putting on shows or hosting things or been part of shows myself. But the whole curiosities and oddities thing, I actually tried to start back in Connecticut back in 2018, and the venue that we were working with, it just didn't work out. There was a lot of like logistics. There was also a church sharing that space that wasn't too keen on what we were trying to do. But you know, power to them.
Right,
And
sure, yeah, I guess.
yeah. And we decided to leave the venue. And right after, you know, logistics were handled and we decided to move around, we landed on the capital region. We moved to Troy January 1st of 2020. I worked at a company called Phone Brain Games literally for 2 weeks before they told me I had to work remotely. So all of our plans of starting that oddities market that originally started in Connecticut up here were kind of put on hold for a while. And we just kind of were scouting the area. We liked Troy, but we knew it wasn't like our permanent home. No hate to Troy. It just, you know, sometimes you just get a vibe that like maybe I'm not meant to be here for a long term. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
So we were scouting the area and we just fell in love with Schenectady. There's a really wonderful demographic here of small businesses that are just kind of like the misfit kid that kind of grew up to love their like passions. A lot of the business owners in this area are that. And when I pitched my idea for this market, they were more than excited about it and very helpful with getting me, you know, the right people to talk to. By some, you know, luck, I was able to sit down with the mayor and all the department heads of the city and kind of told them my ideas, and they were all for it. And I honestly, I'm a big believer in like good karma and luck, and things happen for a reason. As silly as that sounds, a lot of people
Not
are
silly at
you
all.
know,
Like,
are,
I
yeah,
fully
thank
believe
you.
in that. Like,
But I've worked, you know, like I said, in the gallery space for a long time. I've been on 2 art commissions for 2 different cities. And this was a situation where I was a girl walking around the city of Schenectady with a binder with a skull on it, telling people I wanted to like feature artists that paint with blood and things like that. And I didn't bump into any hiccups. Everybody was so willing to help me out. They were excited about it. A lot of people were curious about what our intentions were. But I just didn't bump into any problems or anybody against it. And that was really welcoming to see. And I think a big part of the Nightmare Market, the success we've had, is just the community that's surrounding it. It's just so open to this idea.
yeah,
But
and I
yeah,
think,
that's kind of.
no, go ahead. Well, I think like you know, an open-mindedness like that. Like when you just said that, I was like very surprised to hear that there was no hiccups, that everybody was so welcoming. But that does show a appreciation of arts, and if you are a true appreciator of arts, you're appreciator of all the arts, you know, and like
Yeah.
some dark arts are part of it, you know, and if people are like, yeah, absolutely, that just shows a true passion for the arts, I think.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of questions, and I actually have to say in that meeting with the department heads, the mayor was so eager and excited, and he really didn't have any questions. He just wanted to hear about it and wanted to know like what decorations we were going to have and stuff like that. I want to say the police department and the fire chief had the most questions, but they weren't pointed in a negative way. They were just like, how can we help you do
Right,
this?
like a safety
And-
thing, like
yes,
you know, like
and
how can we work
that was
together?
something that I didn't anticipate when I walked into that meeting. And I'm not typically a nervous person, but this particular meeting, I was nervous because I'm like, I really don't know if, you know, sitting down with all these people is going to go the way I think it's going to go, but I'm just going to wing it. And, you know, everything happens for a reason. I tell people that I feel very, like lucky to be in the position I'm in right now, but at the same time, I'm like fully aware of the work I've put into it. And I'm just happy that it's at the, I guess, pace it is right now, compared to what it was back in 2023 when we were just in the planning stages.
Right. It was so wild, like how packed it was. Like right on, like entering into J Street was literally like entering into a packed venue. Like the entire like everything was just, there was so many people. It was like so festive and so like, I don't know, so lively. It was so much more than I expected, like by leaps. You know, it was like, oh, this is going to be like a, you know, a market, and like, but it was just, I don't know. It was like the event of the year. Like it really was.
Oh, thank you.
I couldn't believe how many people were there and how just like-minded everybody seemed to be. You know.
Don't be surprised if I get that into a sticker. Event of the year.
Yeah. I mean, it really was.
compliment.
Like it really was.
Thank
It was
you.
just so, you know, like the fire jugglers and the cosplay, and I don't know, just the whole vibe, and like even people coming that were just, you know, participants that were dressed up. Like it was amazing. It felt like
Thank you.
you know, Halloween of old. You know, because I'm in my 50s, so like, you know, when I think of Halloween, I think of like 1980s shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is what it felt
same.
like.
That's like traditional for me. 80s Halloween is like the best version of Halloween.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I tell people, even though this is very much 90s, early 2000s, I tell people I'm just trying to make Schenectady Halloween Town, where like all the monsters come out during the market. But there is, I do have to say, a big part of, like, people keep saying there was such a good feel and a vibe and stuff like that. We did put a lot of work into, like, the logistics and layout of the market. So, like, if you look at the market map, we intentionally put, like, tarot readers in different locations to make sure you're, like, walking through the whole marketplace. We made sure, like, the birds were kind of away from the music so that people kind of stick around and they're not distracted. And also, it's safer for the birds.
Right.
We made sure like there was walking performers, and we just kind of made sure that people were aware of all the work we're doing, like telling them, hey, there's going to be photographers, this is what they look like, and we're paying them, so please, if you want a photo taken, ask them. You know, we're not going to like leave it up to them to just take pictures and you're not knowing if photos being taken of you, sort of thing.
Right.
But yeah, we put a lot of work into making sure, like, if I was in your shoes, sort of thing, even though I'm working during the market, if you were attending the market, where would your eyes go? Where would you want to walk? Is this going to cause a cluster, sort of thing? I do have to say, though, the crowd that we got, our first market, the first October market, was incredible. We had a great turnout, and for the very first one, I knew there'd be a crowd, but the crowd that I was, you know, projecting based off numbers that we're seeing, like in the back end of things, it doubled.
Wow.
May, there was a postponement because of weather, but we still had a great crowd, which was awesome. In October, I didn't really know what to anticipate. I'm like, well, we just had the market in May. Are people kind of tired of this, or are they going to be like all out, you know, full swing ahead, sort of thing? And I feel like Schenectady surprises me every time, because every time I have like a number in my head, they succeed what I'm thinking. But we also just had a great crowd. The people, like you said, all the costumes, there was different levels of costumes. There was families dressed up. Did you see the Scooby-Doo family?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That was
There was
awesome.
Yeah, and even the baby was Scooby-Doo. I just appreciated how much time and excitement people had to be there.
And when you couldn't figure out if they were part of, you know, if they were hired or not, you're like, I don't know, that costume's really good. Do you think they're hired?
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah, we paid some actors to be there, and we gave them like signs to, you know, so people knew you could take a photo with them. But everybody was so well dressed. We were taking pictures with everybody. It was great.
yeah, I got my picture with the Art the Clown, and he was so good. Like, and like even just like looking at him like face to face, I was like, that is amazing. Like, you amazing.
Yeah, so Jack is a multi-talented, multifaceted human being. He's done magic shows for us, but he's kind of literally a jack of all trades sort of thing. But his Art the Clown is the best I've ever seen. I'm going to plug him a little bit. He is so well in character. Like, even when I found him finally after going through the crowd, and I said, hey, like, how are you? I'll check in with you later. Here's your sign. when he was responding to me just about logistics, he was in character.
Yeah, he was so good that like I had to seek out who, like I did research to find out who he was, and now I'm following on Instagram. But I was like, it was so good, and just oh man, his
Yeah, he
body
had all the
movement,
props.
like yeah, it was
He
amazing.
also he made his prosthetics himself
Oh
too, and it
wow.
shows too because it's a very accurate costume.
Yeah, and I guess
Um,
that's what it was, because it was like I feel like I know that it's like part mask but part not, but it was like even looking right at it, I'm just like I can't even tell. It's just to me he's Art the Clown. Like
yeah, he's Art the Clown.
yeah, it was wild.
Um, I'm glad you mentioned that because I think he was honestly I think a very popular highlight of the market is how accurate the Art the Clown
Yeah,
was.
yeah, and like that character, like by nature, is supposed to like uh, almost like innocently engage, like
Yeah,
so
you
he's not meant to like scare in that type of setting. He's just in his mind, he's a clown. He's just supposed to have fun and like I don't know. There's just something about his portrayal that was unreal, and like I had to be
yeah.
like dragged by the group that we were with because I just kept standing. I'm like, I just want to watch it for a little bit more. He's like pulling props out of his bag and everything. I'm like, this is so good.
I really wanted to, because part of my job during the market is to like film content for social media, and I really wanted to get like an interaction of him with the Schenectady police officer that we had there, but I couldn't get them near each other. They were on two different ends of everything. I was like, but wouldn't that be a funny video of
That
like Art the
really would.
Clown? Like, yeah, I was trying so hard, but I couldn't make it happen. But maybe next time.
Yeah, totally. And so there was the one in October. When's the next one scheduled for?
Yeah, so it's not the market. We're actually having the Nightmare Expo at Proctor's on
Okay.
January 17th. In Schenectady. Proctor's is in Schenectady. Um, and the only difference between this and the market, and because people keep asking me, like, what's the difference? Why is it labeled differently? Well, we are going to have vendors there, but there's also a very big industry showcase edge to this, where like we're truly selecting people who have established themselves as brands, people who are educating others. There's classes, there's taxidermy classes, butterfly pinning classes, a perfumery, excuse me, basics 101 class that's happening. And we're doing a lot of like 3D art installations. Like these are people who are like actively changing the game in their particular specialty. So if you're somebody that is, looking to make business connections or find out who these brands are who have been in their industries for 5, 10 years, the expo would be the place to go. We are going to say it is still, excuse me, I don't know if you hear the sirens going off
Oh,
in the
I do.
background.
Oh, it's great for atmosphere. Yeah.
Yeah. The expo is family friendly, but there is definitely more of a educational edge to it, or things that will definitely be more entertaining to adults, while as the market is more like immersive, and we go out of our way to make sure there's things for children to stay entertained. This is purely for the enthusiast.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it
Yeah.
really felt like I don't know if you've ever been to like a Universal Studios like horror nights thing, like where they do the whole like amusement park kind of. That's like what Nightmare Market felt like. I was trying to like pinpoint like what it felt like, but it felt like that. Like it felt like the whole town had turned spooky, and it was awesome.
That's awesome. I haven't, and everybody's actually like so surprised, but I haven't been to the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. I'm like a huge fan of them online. I follow all their pages. I keep up with like what they have themes for the year and all that. But I haven't been there myself. But that's also a big compliment that it feels just as immersive as an actual amusement park. But that's kind of the goal is from the beginning of the Nightmare Market's planning. I really wanted it to be more than just a market. Like I want people to find it as like a destination or something to seek out when it's happening. And I want people who are also like into these things, like you said, you're into horror, and stuff like that who are into these different categories feel like they're coming to a celebration of sorts and not just like a shopping venture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know 100% what you mean because you got me hooked. Like I'm in. Like I'm definitely in. It was so much fun. I had a blast. So Kayla, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to me. And I guess before we go, is there anything else that you want to throw in for the folks out there?
The Nightmare Expo. We have some really awesome guests. If you're into the true crime sphere, we have a big YouTuber coming. We're actually announcing them on Halloween if you want to keep an eye on our social media, along with some other guests that if you're into Halloween and local influencers or influencers from afar, we're going to be highlighting them on our social media pages. And then Expo tickets are for sale now at early bird pricing, and then they go up a little bit the week of and the day of. So if you are interested in the Expo, get your tickets now, and hopefully I'll see you all there. And Andy, I hope you join us as well.
I think I probably will. Actually, you can count on me for sure.
Awesome. Very cool.
All right. So Kayla, thank you so much again, and we'll talk to you soon. All right. That was my conversation with Kayla Eck of Nightmare Market. And BJ, I know that you like this thing called punk rock, I believe they call it. It's I believe the kids refer to it as.
Yes, thank you. It's a style of music that became popular in the early 70s.
Yeah, often known for its rebellious style and its fast down-picking guitar. No, so like. Doing Weekend Spotlight, obviously, you put together music every week, and that'll be back next week. We took a couple weeks off our respective shows to do these mega episodes. But I know one of the bands that you were a fan of long before Weekend Spotlight was The Hauntings.
I love The Hauntings.
And you've seen them many times and played them. But that's what we're gonna close out this Halloween season with.
Awesome.
Because I figured it was only appropriate. What do you want to say about The Hauntings? Why do you like The Hauntings so much?
You know what? The Hauntings remind me of a lot of the people that were in punk bands when I was younger. They've got because everybody. I mean, you and I were all older now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We have a decent amount of energy, but we like a good nap and an early bedtime.
Yeah.
And these guys are young. They have a great sound, and they have fun. It's not unlike you guys. If they fuck up, it doesn't matter because they're having fun. And that kind of energy is just, it doesn't even matter like what kind of song they're singing, even though I love their music.
Right.
Because just their presence is just like, hey, all right, yeah, let's fuck around, yeah.
And like I really like them because the music that like is their clear inspiration is like my favorite fucking bands. You know what I mean? Like Descendants and NoFX and like all those bands that are Rancid and like just to have a band that like I'm like immediately I'm like I get you.
Well, yeah,
you
recognize
I understand where you're coming from
you
because
attach
like,
yourself right to it. Yeah,
because not everybody likes like the music that we like. Not everybody likes punk rock, and some people have no fucking idea who Descendants even are. You know what I mean?
I still run into people. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Their music gives me energy. And even though you can't tell it a show because I'm not a dancer, so I definitely just do the head nodding and throw up the horns. But yeah, you guys, if you're listening, I love you guys. And just keep doing what you're doing because it's fucking great. Anyways, so we're going to close this out with The Hauntings. All right. And this song is called Always Check Your Candy, Kids.
It's Halloween time once again. It's time to kill some strangers and scare your friends. Let's go out and trick or treat. But you gotta check your candy before you eat. Always check your candy, kids. If you don't, you'll end up dead. Put your blade tied to your cheek, 'cause Halloween beats out the week. Hey! Hey! Razor blades in your Snickers 'cause Halloween weeds out the weak. Hey! My mother told me just not penny, but I didn't have I adopted. I am adopted. Always check your candy, kids. If you don't, you'll end up dead. Razor blade flies through your cheek, 'cause Halloween beats out the week. Always check your candy, kids. If you don't, you'll end up dead. Razor blade flies through your cheek, 'cause Halloween leads out the way.
All right, that was Always Check Your Candy, Kids from The Hauntings. And I'm pretty sure that's it. And I say that's it like it's not a humongous episode.
You know what? Before we go, I'm gonna try dipping my fucking Twizzlers in cyanide just to see what happens. You know?
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. What size shoe do you wear? Because you wear some good shoes. What size shoes?
I wear a size 11. Like
I
a
call
size
Andy
11.
shoes.
Yeah. You know what? Instead of I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Hauntings, and it's all your fucking fault. You gave me the idea. But yeah, anyway, that was super fun. That was the longest Unsigned 518 episode that we've ever done. But certainly, for sure, and it's got to be that Halloween episode. So, BJ, happy Halloween, dude.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. It's gonna be a great one. I can tell.
Yeah, and do you go out take the kids out trick or treating, or do you stay home and man the house for trick or treaters?
We do a bit of both. So like we gather the kids and we get together, like, you know, and while it's still light out, we hand out candy to the young kids and stuff like that, and then we throw a bucket on our porch skeleton and just go out and do trick or treating and stuff like that. So it's a best
get rid
of
of
both
this
worlds.
candy. Yeah. I'm playing a gig, so I'll be playing bass. I'll be playing bass guitar with the shortwave radio band.
Are you putting candy out
at Bound by Fate? No, we don't get trick or treaters here. We live on anybody who's been to the Dazzle Den knows it's not like fucking pedestrian friendly.
It does seem dangerous in
any way, shape, or form.
But nobody's gonna be out because it's gonna be at Bound by Fate at the show anyway.
Yeah, everybody will be down there.
Everybody's going to be there.
We don't get any. But yeah, plus absolutely no one will be home, and there won't be any lights on. So no, we won't get any trick-or-treaters. The only foot traffic we had one time, I was here, I think I just recorded an episode. It was me and Dave Tayo, and someone rang the doorbell, and it was late. It was like 7:30 at night. It was dark because it was this time of year. And it was like the fucking Jehovah Witness kids or whatever. It's like these two kids, dressed like fucking Moral Oral from fucking, and they're like, hey, cool if we talk to you about Jesus for a minute. And I was like, no, fuck off, get out of here. Like, what are you doing? And they didn't have a car or anything. And I'm like, where the fuck did you guys come from? Like,
I mean, nobody's gonna try to kidnap them.
They're going to get hit by a car. That's what I'm saying. People drive crazy out here.
Backpacks flying up in the air, and
it'd be crazy. Anyway, happy Halloween, everybody. He's BJ Schwinghammer, and I'm not.
Yeah, thanks for listening to us. If you get a chance to get to Bound by Fate tomorrow, do it, because I cannot. So be there for me. I can live vicariously through you. And you know what? We really appreciate you listening to us.
We're going to be dressed as the Backstreet Boys.
Oh my God,
I'm
it's gonna be
personally
so awesome.
going to be dressed as a Backstreet Boy.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures. It is majestic. That's a word.
Yes, majestic. All right. Happy Halloween, 518.
Stay cool, 518.
I'm calling shotgun. Where's the party tonight? Let's take a ride with Schwinghammer driving. It's the weekend spotlight.
Weekend Spotlight is a production of Unsigned518 and part of the Metroland Now network of podcasts. Unsigned518's Weekend Spotlight is produced by Andy Scullen and hosted by BJ Schwinghammer. Look for new episodes every week at themetroland.com and everywhere you stream podcasts.